All right, guys, how's it going? Now, as you know, I review the Spanish football dailies every day of the week for you because I'm nice like that. And when I was in the cafe this morning, I thought, I wonder if people would like it if I reviewed what's in the English papers as well. But the thing is, the majority of you will have access to these and can read these things online fairly easily, unless you do go to the Mirror website, which I think has a lot of adverts on. I know some of you use ad blockers, you know what I'm saying? But then, although you can access them, they wouldn't be being reviewed or analysed by me, would they? So you'll have to let me know. Do you think I should do it? I've got to be honest with you, it took me a long fucking time to have a look at these things. And I haven't read the articles either, bizarrely, but I've got some notes. I thought we'd have a nosy and see what's what, so I can show you, because you might not be in England, you might be overseas somewhere else, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do is I've got my tablet down here, wedged on my knee in the tripod, and I've got my mobile phone here, right? So, and then I'm going to have to turn around there to use my mouse. So this probably go to fucking tits, to be honest with you. So, okay, in the Mirror today, the Mirror newspaper have an article on Robbie Fowler's comments relating to Mo Salah's contract standoff. It is titled, Fowler, Reds must give Mo whatever he wants, right? So, there it is behind you there. And I have it here, and it says here, look, see how I'm professional, mate, you know what I mean? I might be fat, but I'm not stupid. Robbie Fowler has told Liverpool they must give Mo Salah what he wants to ensure he stays. The Egyptian superstar is the third highest Reds goal scorer in history. That's massive, that, you know, guys, when you think about it. You know, behind only Ian Rush and Roger Hunt. Now, Roger Hunt was before my time, but Ian Rush, fuck me, that was when I first started supporting Liverpool. And boy, could he score goals. I mean, seriously. So, this is massive. You know, we know this anyway, but I'm just saying that when you read it and you're reminded of it, it's like, yeah, fucking hell, really? Mental. But he's out of contract at the end of the season and talks about an extension of stalled. Now, Fowler is staggered by Liverpool's failure to tie Salah down to a new deal. And he said, I would give him what he wants for the simple fact that he's proven. He's a remarkable player for Liverpool. He's been an unbelievable player this year, right? Anyone, I've got to go inside now. Anyone who comes into Liverpool now, you're going to spend an awful lot of money on getting him here, plus his wages, so why not give Mo, someone who's tried and tested, that money? What Mo's done and what he's achieved has been phenomenal. Now, I'm sure you'll agree with all that, to be honest with you. His last two games have not been great, and he'll be the first to admit that, but I've no doubt that he will be a player who will score more goals. Then he talks about Virgil van Dijk and Trent. He says, as a Liverpool fan, I want to keep them. And he hinted he expects Van Dijk and Salah to still be at Anfield next season. I'd be amazed if 3 of them sign, but I'd be amazed if 2 of them don't. Exactly. And that's the exact opinion I've shared on here with you guys for months. Honestly, I have. When everyone else has been losing the shit, that's what I thought the outcome would be. I think maybe a long time ago, or maybe thought, Trent will stay, you know. It was a bit like Willie O'Woney and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I think we've documented it well as we've gone along. Right. Also, on the back page of the Mirror, big guns to battle for a fortune. I read this earlier today when I was in the CAF. And what do my notes say? It's headline Club Class, which is reference to Chelsea and Manchester City's participation in the Club World Cup this summer. This is a tournament FIFA are really trying to push, guys, right? Massive. There's a lot of money up for stake in this tournament. And they're going to open a transfer window for those clubs for temporarily to do 2 fucking transfer deadline days. I know you do my fucking head in. It won't relate to us, though. Well, you never know. Some people have said, maybe Trent will go to Real Madrid. Real Madrid, as my peoples know that have followed my Spanish reviews for ages, review the Spanish dailies, they would like to see Trent released early from his contract, which expires at the end of June, so they can play him in that competition. The British media have just cottoned on to that and have started talking about that the last few days. But those of you that have been around these parts for a while know, that's always been on the agenda as far as Real Madrid are concerned, and they would be willing to pay a bit of money. It's fucking nothing. Don't need a transfer window to do any of that. Right. So the winners of the tournament, which also features Real Madrid, stand to bank £97 million if they win that fucking thing. Winning the Champions League nets around 134 million, right? But you have to navigate at least 15 games compared to a maximum of 7 in the Club World Cup. The tournament gets underway in June with the final on July 13th. More games, you know, they're always banging on about, oh, there's too many games, but more money in it, guys, you know what I'm saying? So, and so inside, there was some more coverage here. Robbie Fowler on why winning Premier League would be extra special. I don't know if you can, let's take a look at this. Okay, women football, who gives a fuck about women's football? What am I talking about? Cop that and party. Reds had to wait 30 years to win the title again, and another 5 to be able to celebrate with the fans. And Robbie Fowler says a Liverpool title triumph this season will be extra special because of all that COVID. Do you know what? We waited all them years to win the fucking league. And it was shite, wasn't it? I mean, not shite that we won the league, but how it was such a letdown, wasn't it, after all that? I was going to say something jokey, it was a little bit rude, but someone left a comment on one of my videos saying, me and my son watch a lot of Liverpool videos, but there's too much profanity on here, so we won't be watching you anymore. So what? I don't give a fuck. What do you think I'm going to do? Going to go cry in my swimming pool? The fuck are you on about? You know what I'm saying? Crying, I was going to say crying is an emotion, it is. No, swearing is an emotion, it's about deliverance, passion, anger. Love, I fucking love you. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing big about swearing. But if you can't watch a YouTube video with your son because there's too much swearing, don't ever take him to a fucking football game then, you know what I'm saying? Because you won't hear anything different on here than you would at a fucking stadium. I mean, I understand, fine, but what you're telling me you're not going to watch for? It's like these people that go, I'm never going to watch your videos again. It's not, this ain't a fucking airport, you know, you don't have to announce your departure or like that, just fuck off. Not you, with your son, I get it. Yes, I accept that. But you don't need to tell me. I ain't changing how I am for anybody. Sorry. This channel is for grown-ups, believe it or not, just because I act like a kid. But yeah, the COVID thing stopped a proper party in 2020. The Anfield legend reckons next week's Merseyside derby is the perfect fixture for a Kop return to action after painful defeats in the Champions League and Carabao Cup final. I ain't read a newspaper, well, not an English newspaper, for ages. I used to love reading Daily Mirror. My haters didn't say that. They said, oh, I read that other newspaper you're not supposed to read. Fuck me, the stuff they'll do to try and fucking chip away at you, seriously. Liverpool ended a 30-year wait for a top flight. I can't believe that, see? I was 15 or something like that when Liverpool last won the league. And then 30 fucking years. But although thousands of fans gathered outside Anfield to celebrate a 19th crown, supporters have been urged by authorities to stay home because of the coronavirus. Fowler said there's mega disappointment because Liverpool got to a final and lost, Carabao Cup final, but if you sat any Liverpool fan down at the start of the season and said, look, you'll do well in the Champions League and then you get to a final, but you're going to win the Premier League, would you take it? The obvious answer is, yeah, but we could have won a lot more, I'm just saying, we're better owners. You want to win the Premier League because a lot of the fans missed the last time Liverpool won it. Oh, I see what you mean. It was during COVID and no fans were in the stadium. God, that was shite, wasn't it, guys? Wasn't it fucking shite back then? But then again, if it hadn't been for COVID, I wouldn't have been doing live streams because people used to say, please do a live stream. Everyone was at home, bored off the tits, you know what I mean? So that's why I started doing the live streams, really. It was good. The specialness of this will probably override anything that has been negative during the season. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Cop That and Party is in the Mirror newspaper today. It's a good little write-up, that. I like it when you get these big 2-page spreads, when you see all team like that. I don't know. When I was a kid, well, did you do that when you were young? Like, if you had the paper, the printed paper when you were kids and that, I used to cut stuff out like that and then pin it on me. That would have been cut out and put on my bedroom wall. That. Did you do stuff like that? Did you? Tell me, I like stories like that. Right, moving on. What we got next? Let's have a look. I think we're going on to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Someone sent me an email about Alexander-Arnold here. He isn't on Carvajal's level. Well, we haven't got time to do that today. Right. The Guardian has an article about Trent titled Homegrown Maverick will be missed as Liverpool near tipping point. Well, that sounds serious, doesn't it? Tipping point. Isn't that a quiz show? Here we are, look, can you see it? Oh, shit. Where's it gone? There. Let's have a look then. Oh, this is the Guardian. This is the Guardian. The loony lefties, you know what I'm saying? Don't start caps locking me to death. Right, let's have a look. Alexander-Arnold's rare talents are hard to replace, but departures present an opportunity for Arnold's slot. This is by... I was going to say by Barney Rubble. It says Barney Roney. Barney fucking Rubble. Oh, dear. Ah, yeah, we're doing these more often. I'm already enjoying myself. We should do these with a beer. It'd be me. For Liverpool supporters, it seems likely the next month will bring a wildly varying emotional register. Departures and farewells. Spring is always a time of reckoning up in football. April the cruelest month. All new shoots and final blooms. Memories and desires, cheers, but also sometimes jeers. So yeah, let's see how that pans out for the lads. This is the real point about the news that Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid is all but done. It is, of course, simply confirmation by now. Leaving on a free transfer is entirely on the club, not the player. That's true, actually, isn't it? Just as it is a bit nuts to suggest Alexander-Arnold should have signed an unwanted new contract in the hope this might winkle out more money for his soon-to-be former employer. Again, I have to agree with that. I mean, let's be honest, Real Madrid wouldn't have paid for him. I don't believe they'd have paid 50, 60, 70 million for him if he was under contract. He's probably thought, fucking hell, it's the only chance I've got to go in, I'm free. You know, he can talk about Ballon d'Ors as much as he wants. But at the end of the day, I ain't hating on Trent. I'm not. I had a lot of people on my stream today, you know, they're all sick of him and how he's handled it. But you don't know what's going on in the background. Anyway, I agree with this. But it's still a shock for fans to see this finally come to pass. Well, it's a fucking shock to me or anyone that follows my channel or the members' website, Cop Talk or whatever. It is also logical and reassuring that this will draw a powerful emotional response. Football is not supposed... Definitely the fucking Guardian. Football is not supposed to be a forgiving place when it comes to this kind of stuff. There is simply no point having a reasoned counterpoint or suggesting, well, people leave jobs all the time. Football is not hotel management. The emotional response, the tribal element, this is why footballers survive more or less in the same form to this day. These are the roots that clutch. This is why it is pointless telling anyone how to feel about things such as this. That's a very good point, because I would never come on here and say, guys, nah, fuck, you should think this, you should... I don't believe in that. It's right, that, isn't it? It's one of the most offending things ever. That's why people fall out so much online and start caps locking to themselves. Caps locking other people, sorry. And, you know... With the Cop Talk website, you know, behind me, you know, I've had forums on there since the 1990s, moderated forums, seeing good people, level-headed people fucking falling out with each other. They're all on the same side. But don't you dare tell me what I should do. Don't you make me justify my support. Fuck you. Well, we've had some fights over years, haven't we, guys? This isn't a reasoned discussion. It's a passion play of ownership and familial bonds, dreams and madness. The day everyone is just fine with this and says, good luck, what's your new Insta? I'm a Madrid fan now. Is the day football dies as a spectacle worth following. Oh, I like this. This is good. Barney Rubble's good, isn't he? Grief and rage, then. These are a necessary corollary. That must, yeah, don't know that word. But we will get past them, at which point there is a note of clarity. For Arne Slot, the departure of I can't read it all to you. For Arne Slot, the departure of Alexander-Arnold is also an opportunity and a necessary piece of signposting. First up, it is necessary to pay tribute to Alexander-Arnold. The Premier League will miss him. I don't think the Premier League will miss him. I don't believe that, and I'm not being salty. I'm not having that. We recall the comedy, the 2022 Champions League final winning goal, the he's behind you pantomime dynamic of Vinicius Jr. sneaking a full 60 yards on Alexander-Arnold's blindside to score from a cross. As maddening as it was also comically Sigma Male, the A-list defender who just will not defend. Good, I like this. Ugh. Alexander-Arnold is one of the few remaining elite Maverick talents out there, making the game interesting, moving about with that familiar mooching grace, so casual you half expect to look down and notice he's wearing flip-flops. Madrid don't want to replace Danny Carvajal, not completely, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Alexander-Arnold wants to win a Ballon d'Or. Good luck with both of those. Time will be short and Madrid have to win. That's who replacing Carvajal and winning the Ballon d'Or. This is quite funny. I can't read it all. That's why I'm trying to pick bits out. It is still best to see the new era as a hybrid to this point, an extended Viking funeral for the age of club. This has been a high-grade first fix, but Liverpool have looked tired as the season has narrowed, and in a way that feels like more than just a physical thing. This is a side reaching their tipping point. He says Alexander-Arnold may or may not be followed by Mo Salah and or Virgil van Dijk. I don't think they go. I think they stay. The game is never about individuals, except sometimes when it is. For the past 7 years, Liverpool have basically lost 2 or 3 games a season when all 3 of these players start. Even when they have a bad day, Liverpool can always lean on their right side or the cold, still centering defence. And while Slotter's being praised for his excellent choices, it helps to have a dead-eye machine genius finisher in the team who just keeps validating every single one of them by scoring the winning goal. Alexander-Arnold in particular is a handy star player to lose, if only because he is so unusual in his style and impact that there is no real idea of replacing him directly. This is a good thing. It leaves room for different strengths and patterns, a way of playing that Slot himself can wholeheartedly engineer. While Alexander-Arnold may not have left an envelope of cash on the mantelpiece to help that process, he is speeding it along, giving information, flagging the task to come. I don't really understand that. Anyway, homegrown Maverick will be missed as Liverpool near tipping point by Barney Roney, which was in The Guardian. And I quite enjoyed that. That's pretty cool. Right, what's next? Let's have a look. Guardian, let's put that there. I need some more like tripod-y things to hold everything together. Wish you could get a big tripod to hold my fucking life together. Right, here we go. What's next? Homegrown Maverick, that one, wasn't it? The next one is Robbie Fowler's views on Liverpool contract standoff. Well, I'm not really sure we need to go over that, to be honest with you, because it's going to emulate what was in the Mirror. Or emulate? Or be the same as, should I say? Fowler tells Red Sox salary rise out now. Salary rise. That's good, isn't it? That's clever, isn't it? Do you not think? Can you see it if I zoom in a bit? Let's have a look. There he is there. Fowler tells Red Sox salary rise now. Good old Fowler. Hey, what a player he was there. Here we go, look, and we've got a big spread there. Let's have a Wild Scouse party. Obviously, that again is just to do with what we've touched upon in the Mirror previously. What else have we got, guys? What's next? It's a title party time. This is the Daily Express. Again, it's just going to be a duplication. Fowler in the mood for celebration. This one could be interesting. Trent pays the price for breaking football's unequal rules on loyalty. So let's just take a look at this one. This is in the Metro, actually. Let's see what this says. I've not read it. Trent pays the price for breaking football's unequal rules on loyalty. Analysis by Daniel Austin. Talks about when he leaves Liverpool, he'll have won every major honour in club football. He's been a key component of one of the most successful teams in Liverpool's illustrious history. Goes on about what he's won. Worked with stellar managers and played with some of the world's very best players, but an enormous role has undoubtedly been played by a combination of immense technique, scarcely shown by any fullback, and his ability to make vital contributions in the most crucial moments. When such a successful player leaves a football club after a long time, sorry, I'm getting too lazy there, aren't I? I'm too relaxed. I'm enjoying myself. They are typically lauded and thanked for their contribution, and yet Alexander-Arnold is already being viewed by plenty of Liverpool supporters as a despicable traitor whose legacy now lies in tatters. I know there's loads of you watching going, he's donkey, he's a traitor, Judas. Why are some Liverpool fans so angry with Alexander-Arnold? Oh, yes. Now, this is important. When the Reds drew with Manchester United at Anfield in January, shortly after a renewed series of claims he was likely to move to Spain for free, because they bid for him and they wouldn't do that if he hadn't told them to, he was met with a barrage of booing and name-calling throughout the match. He looked lost in that game, didn't he? He was fucking AWOL. Now confirmation of a free transfer seems imminent. Demands that the 26-year-old be stripped to the vice-captaincy. Someone said on the chat today, no, it wasn't the chat, it was on the members' website. They said, would it be shithousery if Liverpool win the league that the last game they drop him out of the squad? Everyone's lost their shit, haven't they? He should not play for the club again, and a mural of him near Anfield should be painted over. These are commonplace online, it says. Alexander-Arnold must shoulder plenty of blame for this reaction himself. In the autumn, he drew criticism for telling Sky Sports he would rather win a Ballon d'Or than another Champions League title. Do you remember that? We should have gone fucking mental back then when you think about it. We let that pass a bit, didn't we? I think it's just we all just thought it was funny. Then in December, after scoring at West Ham, he put his hand to his ear and mimicked gossip. But the speculation he was seemingly referencing only existed because he was refusing to comment on his future in public and was thought to be negotiating his exit. And we know he fucking wants, don't we, guys? We didn't fall for that shite. Oh, when he had him there on social media, when he did all that, went, see, told you he's not leaving. That's him saying, I'm going nowhere. Fucking idiots. A gesture that was bizarre at the time is downright incomprehensible in hindsight. There is a widespread belief that local homegrown players owe a far greater loyalty to their club than those transferred from elsewhere. And they're talking about, leaving on a free under slot at a time when the club is primed for further success. Of course, it is hard to rationalise the idea an athlete who has accomplished everything with his team could possibly owe anything more to those who have revelled in those achievements for more than a decade. Surely it must be possible for such a player to earn the right to go and try their hand at something else, to choose to live a different life after delivering a cabinet full of trophies and a swath of stellar days out. I agree. Do you know what I mean? I think it's just this, I don't know. I'd rather he come out and just gone, look, I love this club. I've been here since I was a kid. It's hard, but, leaving this club, it always will be. But you know what? I want to test myself somewhere else. I'll give my fucking everything to this club. I would, if he'd have said that, I'd have gone, go for it, son. Now I just want to watch him go to Real Madrid. Fucking fail miserably. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll grow up. Told you this is a channel for grown-ups, right? If Alexander-Arnold were to stay at Real Madrid for 10 years, it is not unreasonable to think that, at a bare minimum, he would win something like 5 league titles and 3 Champions League, given the rate that they've hoovered up trophy. Well, that's because they're a very ambitious club. That's the truth. They demand to win. And you know what? If you're a young pup, that's what Liverpool used to be like. It's fucking true. Liverpool, you know what I mean? Like Real Madrid now, they'd look at Liverpool and go, yeah, a good team, history, and all that. Liverpool used to be as ambitious as Real Madrid. My dog's got up now. Remy's don't move. But they did. And that's why the old fuckers like me have no fucking patience for you silly little cunts that go around top-reading it saying FSG saved us. It's true. But if you're young and you've only seen, Liverpool win a few things under these owners and that, you don't know what we're on about, do you? But at the same time, I understand there's nothing worse than listening to an old fucker tell you how things were better before. Because even when I supported Liverpool in the 80s, it was, Liverpool in the 60s. You know what I mean? So, but trust us, you got to understand, all right, that Liverpool did used to be as ambitious as Real Madrid did. And would compete for the best players as well. Not now. The counter-argument is having been born and raised in the city, winning less with Liverpool should carry more weight than winning near constantly with Real Madrid. At some point, Alexander Arnold has clearly decided that despite his roots, he no longer buys that point of view. Fair play to him, don't blame him. If we say things like that, like we're not ambitious and we'll win a trophy here and there, the players are only human beings. They think the same as us, right? And as for the lack of a transfer fee, Liverpool never paid one in the first place for a player who has outperformed all others in his position for the majority of his career so far. And so the idea he now owes them one in return is illogical. I have to agree with that. Sorry. I do. It didn't cost out. He's given his best. It's just the bits that annoy people is when he talks about wanting to captain Liverpool and how much this club means to him and all that. I think if he'd never got that close to Bellingham, I think he would never have crossed his mind, I don't think. Because he was quite an humble lad, wasn't he? He was quite chilled and then he suddenly started coming across like a little bit arrogant and that. But I still don't think he's strong enough here for Real Madrid. I don't. Right, what's this? What a set of supporters would deem perfectly reasonable behaviour from a player at another club is so often deemed ludicrous and offensive when done by one of their own, and vice versa. That is underscored by the fact plenty of the same fans criticising Alexander Arnold for walking out on the club he has supported since infancy were just last year imploring Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi to do exactly the same. How many times have I made that reference? When people go, I'm not, about Zubimendi, go, don't want it, he's bottled it, and all that. No, he stayed loyal to his club and said, I only want to leave with your blessing. And that's why he didn't leave. Right? How many players are like that? Bet you wish he was like that now. I'd go to Real Madrid, but I want your blessing. And Zubimendi stayed. That's why I've got that little soft spot for Zubimendi, because I think, well done to you, sunshine. All right? I don't give a fuck if he comes to Liverpool. I'm not bothered. We talk about him in the Spanish daily reviews that I do on here. People go, I don't want to know about Zubimendi. And I always say, well, the name, his name's in the title of the video, so don't fucking watch it then. But me and some of the other people, we're interested to see where he goes next. People think he's off to Arsenal, but then someone will tell us that he's off to Real Madrid. They don't know. They're just surmising. They're just like repeating what they hear. When Zubimendi makes his decision in the summer, wherever he goes, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, whatever, great, we won't talk about him anymore. But I'll take my hat off to that lad for being loyal to his club. The Twitter twats, the aggregators, the shit-stirring, clickbaiting, fuck-breath wank stains, all of them, they twisted what he said, he wanted to stay at his club. It wasn't difficult to stay at the club that I've been with since I was a little lad. Suddenly became, it wasn't difficult to turn down Liverpool, and everyone makes get even more angry. I bet you wish Trent was like that. It may be juvenile and immature, but it's also the truth. Fans want everything their own way all the time. They are not overly concerned by logic and fairness. And if they don't get what they want, they are liable to respond with melodramatic, outlandish rhetoric, turning on those they once extolled as gods among men and kicking them to the curb. I can't read anymore because I'm not allowed to read all the article out. I think that's a good analysis by Daniel Austin at the Metro. And guess who is next to him at the top corner there? Can you see him? Ta-da! Zubimendi! They might come to Liverpool, you never know. Now, at the very bottom of the page, how do I do this? There we go. Can you see this? You know who? Reds could Luiz another one as Barcelona set their sights. Now, again, I ain't fucking blowing my own trumpet, but I'm fucking good. Because if you paid attention to me, you would know everything about this little fucker and his dad. You know what I'm saying, in Barcelona? Let's see what they've got to say. Liverpool could be at risk of losing another of their stars this summer, with Luis Diaz reportedly ready to join Barcelona should the Catalan Giants come calling, blah, blah, blah. Reports in Spain suggest Barcelona are paying close attention to Diaz, placing him on a list of targets. As you guys know that follow us, that this community or whatever, they tried to sign him last summer. They do want to sign him. Don't tell me they can't afford him. The financial problems at Barcelona were resolved, but they do have to follow a 1-1 rule in La Liga, right? Which means for every euro they spend, they must get a euro back. So if they want to spend 50 million euros on Diaz, they have to get 50 million in. And if they want to give him a 20 million euro contract, that takes it to 70 million euros. Guess what? They have to get that in too. So it's a 1-1 rule, all right? Which is why Barcelona can't pursue Isak, really. So they're looking at Diaz and also Šeško that Liverpool are looking at, linked with on the radar, monitoring, etc. I know, you don't have to tell me. Mundo Deportivo report Diaz is waiting on Barcelona to decide whether they can finance a move this summer. We've covered this fucking ages ago, haven't we, guys? He supported the club as a youngster and he said he would see a move to the Camp Nou as a dream. He would not hesitate to leave Merseyside, reportedly. He will consider his future this summer if a new deal does not materialise before then. Well, according to the Catalan media, he has rejected offers from Liverpool. The last being, well, they mentioned it in November last year and also, was it January this year or February, guys? I can't remember. I think it was January, November and January. But in January, I don't know if they were referring to the November rejection. So, Liverpool, I think Liverpool are not asked. I think Luiz Diaz leaves in the summer and absolutely goes to Barcelona if they can make it happen. No doubt about it. Finally, Trent is one of their own, but real deal is too good to refuse. Let's have a look. There he is down there. Sick of fucking talking about him, aren't you guys? I'll be glad when he's gone. Can't wait to watch him getting his... Can't wait to watch him tracking back at the Bernabeu with pigs' heads flying at him and everything, like that old Spanish, like, fuck off. Because that's what they're like. Oh, my days. I fucking love football, mate. I'm enjoying this. Right, here we go then. What paper's this? This is the Eye, I think. Yeah, I think it's the Eye. I think so. Trent is one of their own, but real deal is too good to refuse by Kevin Garside, the chief sports correspondent. I'm a chief sports correspondent, you know. Chief Cock Talk correspondent, or as some people might say, pie eater in command. Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Real Madrid is a story that began with Alfredo Di Stefano, Francisco Gento and Ferenc Puskás in the 1950s, a post-war Galactico strategy that lined the walls of the Bernabeu in silver. Half a century later, the policy was resurrected by club president Florentino Perez, who threw the checkbook at generational talents like Luis Figo, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, Carlos, Beckham, Owen, Ronaldo. Alexander-Arnold embroiders a team already stacked with bullion, including Junior, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Mbappe. Now, a lot of these players were signed by Jose Angel Sanchez, who I talk about today in the video titled Dean Huyson something, failed Dubai bids or something. If you watch that, you'll know a little bit about the man that signed some of these players and very, very nearly became a big deal at Liverpool. He nearly came to Liverpool, had the Dubai stuff gone ahead, and it would have been amazing. Well, I'll speak about that today. I'm good, mate. I'm fucking good. I might not have a fancy background and put all these like cute little bells like subscribe, ping, ding and all that fucking shit on here. And I might waffle on for ages and I might forget what I'm talking about and all that, right? But there ain't nobody around these parts that's better than me, telling you. And I've been here 27 years, all right? I'm just happy. I'm in a good mood. Good to have a giggle, innit? Fuck the haters. The Liverpool supporters have registered understandable disapproval at losing a marquee player for Zip. A good number have taken the departure of one of their own, a Liverpool that is betrayal. As if pulling on the red shirt is a contract matching theirs, a lifetime commitment to the club. It's the law of the jungle. Joining Real Madrid, which is a shit club, really. It might be a glamorous club, but they don't really... I don't think they really care much for like the managers, and when they're done with you, you're fucking done. At least my club's not like that. And even Darwin Núñez, I know he's a bit of a useless cunt at times, right? But even when he goes off, he can have a fucking howler and people will still go, Núñez, even though they're thinking, fuck me, he's fucking shy. Do you know what I mean? Whereas at Real Madrid, they're like, fuck up, boo, boo! To Mbappe! When we beat them, Real Madrid, the Spanish press for 2 days solid. I have never seen so much hate towards a player, and that's Mbappe. Oh, I can't wait to see Trent over there. I can't fucking wait, guys. Joining Real Madrid is like winning a place at Oxford, Cambridge, or Ivy League universities, Harvard, Yale, or Princeton, conferring upon players elite cash. Who can scorn Alexander-Arnold for trading up, not so much in terms of the football or the quality, as Rafa Benitez would say, for sure, of competition he will face in La Liga. But the brand power, this is it. This. How many times I've asked? None of these fuckers talk about brand power usually. This is interesting. What is? And I need to hit myself in the face then. There'll be some people watching, wish you had done, you could. The brand power, this is where I think Bellingham's got into him and said, you come to Real Madrid, be Galactico, and you'll be brand Trent. I shit you not. Anyone that's watched my videos for ages will tell you that, right? It's not just about going and winning and shit like that. I think Trent's gone all like, look at me, I'm fucking brand Trent. You'll have football boots and clothing lines and this and that. Not clothing lines like you wash your stuff on, you hang your clothes up to dry on. I mean like brand fucking 66 or something. Although someone told me earlier you can't have that number at Real. Anyway, it was, you might argue, one of Sir Alex Ferguson's greatest accomplishments keeping Ronaldo at Old Trafford for an extra year when he'd agreed in principle to join Madrid. Anyone who steps out on the sun-kissed Cayo Mayor or Porta del Sol in the spring, never mind a lad from West Derby, would immediately understand the appeal of a capital rich in culture, architecture and climate. Well, I moved to Spain. I think it's fucking great here. It's mint. Liverpool is all Alexander-Arnold has known. Tells us about what he's won. The chat rooms are full of speculation right now about Newcastle striker Alexander Isak preferring a move to Liverpool. And what the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Luiz Diaz, Mo Salah and Van Dijk, if not examples of the club's enduring pulling power. Any one of them would be worthy of a seat at Madrid's table, so Liverpool supporters needn't feel too sorry for themselves. It's true. And I do think McAllister will go to Spain at some point. I can't read all the article to you. I'm not allowed to, so... He talks about something here, sitting on a balcony above, this is in Spain, right? Something to do with a visit to the Madrid training complex. Madrid had suffered a surprise defeat. The members were muttering away. I asked our host what they were saying. Turns out they were arguing about costly foreign imports, not trying hard enough for the shirt. Wherever you play, fans are fans, which Alexander-Arnold will discover in double quick time. Should Yamal tie him in knots in the Classico, or Griezmann leaves him standing at the Metropolitano? Vamos! They're so great writing. I haven't read stuff like this for ages. These are funny fuckers, aren't they? Kevin Garside, he was alright and all. That's it. Did you enjoy that video or not? Are you still here? Hello, Remy. My dog's here, he wants his food. He should have been fed at 4 o'clock. That was 2 hours ago. 2 hours and 8 minutes to be precise. I enjoyed that, to be honest with you. It did take a little bit of time. Now, listen. At the end of my videos, I always say, if you want to buy me a coffee, and some people don't like that because they'll say it's grifting. Right? Well, it fucking is, isn't it? This is what I do for a living. This is my only job, and I've done it for nearly 3 decades, right? Now, the thing is, all this shit costs money, you know? So I don't have to go to a cafe in the morning to review the Spanish papers, but it's a better environment. I can ask questions, get translations, and there's no distractions and I can work. I subscribe to all those newspapers. It costs fucking money, all right? Now, if you guys like this, what I've done today, right, it's going to take me a bit more. If you think about it, it's 8 minutes past 6 in the evening, and that's the first opportunity today I've had to do those papers, having bookmarked all these things this morning. Where I'm going with this is, I'm trying to say, like, if you do appreciate my videos, it is called Get Me a Coffee. There's a love out under the video, and to get these, to get access to all those papers that I've just mentioned to you, I think it's £13 a month. It doesn't break the bank, but when you add that in with all the other subscriptions, which I think are about £40 a month, and everything else that goes on top, you have to say to people, hey, if you can buy me a coffee, get us a coffee, or become a channel member or whatever. But there's no obligation to do that. And I never quite understand why people sulk and fucking cry about that. It's like they begrudge it. Do you know what I mean? They come along, the newcomers, not my regulars, the newcomers, they come along, tell you how to run your channel, tell you to go faster, get to the fucking point. Oh, he's begging, because someone wants to buy you a coffee or something like that. Do you know what I fucking mean? Or a pint. It annoys me. But I say it at the end of my videos because your support helps me do this shit. It's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the reality of it. I don't like saying at the end of my videos, hey, if you're going to get me a coffee or, if you want to become a channel member, I hate doing all that. But I've got to fucking do it. It's just the cracking if you don't like it. It's tough shit. I've got to do it. I've got no choice, have I? I don't begrudge it. If I support someone or like someone, I'll go, I like that. It's good. So I'm just saying. But you might not be in a position to do that. But that's why I say thumbs up a video, drop me a comment. Because the comments help me immensely in my own mental mind. Because when people say, really enjoyed that, Dunk, it's good, I enjoyed it. Yeah, do another one, mate. Then I read that and I think, my time this morning was worth it. It was worth doing that. Do you get me drift? So, a thumbs up and a comment, that's support too. Right? So please bear that in mind. If you enjoyed this little look at what's in the papers, and then the way I deliver it and have a natter with you and share things with you and have a giggle and that, then give the video a thumbs up. And, that probably means you enjoyed it. If you don't, thumbs it down. But if you leave a comment, say, yeah, I like that, Dunk. I'll do it again for you tomorrow. Can't get fairer than that, can I? And if you want to buy me a coffee or an omelette, I'd rather have a full English, to be honest with you. Do you know what? An omelette in there costs €10. I think that's expensive. If you watch my morning briefings, you'll know about me rant about this for ages. My chick said recently, I mentioned it again, she said, you still going about that fucking omelette. But what I don't get, guys, hear me out here, right? An omelette, 4 eggs, a bit of cheese and a bit of ham, €10. Now, that might be cheap compared to England, but I can get a full English for 7. Do you know what I mean? Like bacon, sausage, 2 hash browns, black pudding, baked beans, 2 pieces of toast, 2 eggs on top, the fucking lot, giant, €7. So how the fuck did I get an omelette for €10? It bothers me, and I did have one today. Do you want to see it? I'll show you it. You tell me if you think this is worth €10, right? And I mean, in fairness, they did give me 2 of them little red things as well, right? But I don't like tomatoes. There it is. I put it out on. Did I put it on my Instagram? No, I don't think I did. I don't know. I mentioned it on my morning briefing today. Look, there it is. Look, €10 for that. And there's me. Look, hey, look, there's proof. What did we start with? You see, that's me reviewing the papers today. Now, that was a nice omelette. I did eat one of them red things to try and do it. My mum would have been so proud, God bless her. I don't fucking like out like that. No shock there, is there, that I don't eat salad. But yeah, if you enjoy these, if you enjoyed this, it's something that I'm happy to do for you. All right, just leave a comment or a thumbs up. You have to get me a drink, In saying that, fancy a beer on Sunday. Gotta be honest. And my haters fucking hate it when people support me. They do. You can't be everyone's cup of tea, can you? And if I was living their miserable fucking life, I'd probably hate me too, to be honest. You see him? Right, I'm off. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up this video and please drop me a comment. I'm not going to mention buy me a coffee because I've just done that. But yeah, if you want me to do these vids, I'll happily do these for you as well. All right. So, I mean, if it wasn't for the Trent stuff, I don't know, what we'd be talking about. Maybe some days there'll be nothing, but I will happily do that for you. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's a long video. Hopefully, we'll catch up real soon. All right. Now, I'll be back in the cafe, all being well, tomorrow morning about 7 o'clock, reviewing the Spanish dailies for you, and maybe the English papers as well, if you want me to.